How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope that you guys are all having a spectacular day. If you guys could, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit the bell notification button. That way you guys don't miss out on future videos and streams here on my channel. And as always, we're going to be talking positives and negatives about Fast X, aka Fast and Furious 10. Of course, this movie came out here in 2023. And we are going to be talking briefly about spoilers towards the end of this video. So I want to tell you guys right now, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10, and I will repeat that at the end of this video, but I wanted to give my score in case you guys want to avoid spoilers. It gets an 8 out of 10. And moving on past that, let's dive right into the review. So first of all, there is a post-credit scene in this movie to help further tease Fast 11. There is also, remember that the 11th movie won't be the ending of the Fast and Furious franchise. There was talks that they might do a 12th one to end it, just because they think Fast 10 will actually, sell well. If you guys watched my Fast and Furious 9 review, you guys know I hated that movie. I gave it a 5 out of 10. All the other Fast and Furious movies, I've pretty much enjoyed. I still stand by the fact that I think the Fast and the Furious franchise should have ended with 7. 8 just kind of started making the franchise go into ridiculous territory. 9 was beyond stupid with the whole let's take a car to space. Thankfully, this movie is grounded in reality. There is no time travel. There is no space exploration. There's no crossover with the Jurassic Park franchise or the Avengers or whatever you want, Transformers. It hasn't happened yet. They're still on Earth, and they're still just causing carnage and racing around and having explosions happen around them. I do think the highlight of Fast 10 is that Jason Momoa does a great job. I think he was the greatest part of this entire film. He just pulls off a character that is amazing. His character kind of reminded me of the Joker. And there were several other people, even my mom, that went and saw it with me. And he's like basically doing a Joker impression, which is kind of funny because he's part of the DC universe. But he just was over the top. You could tell he was just having a blast with the role. And while there are some fun character moments, and the plot is kind of basic, it's your basic revenge storyline. So Jason Momoa is playing the son of the dude from Fast 5, and he's mad that the Fast and Furious crew, Dom's crew, stole all of his family's money and burned it, and he's pissed off that he went from being a wealthy, snotty, bratty kid, and now he's just a wealthy, snotty, bratty kid with a revenge scheme against Dom and his crew. And while that plot is basic, it does allow for a lot more action and a lot more character moments and a lot more explosions and just over-the-top ridiculous nonsense. And that's about it for positives, unfortunately. This film has way too many characters. Like, it is supposed to be the beginning of the end of this franchise. So you've got characters from 9 movies now that you have to somehow magically wrap up in 2 to 3 movies from your franchise. And I just think there's too many characters. There's too much stuff going on. There's like 4 or 5 subplots all happening all at once. And the cohesion of it just doesn't mesh well. Also, the action sequences, they're still ridiculous. They're on the same par level of 8 and 9 when it comes to ridiculous action sequences. Characters, again, never in danger. You never feel like a character could or should die. There's several moments that characters should have died, or they should be in greater injury and pain than they are, but because of plot armor, they're just okay. And I just hate that. To enjoy this movie, let's say, for example, you're somebody that just wants to go watch this movie and you have no prior knowledge of what has happened in the past 9 movies. Can you enjoy this movie for just being an action film? Yeah, but you won't have a clue what's going on. You won't know who hates who, and why they hate them, and where you are, and what is going on. If you haven't seen Fast and the Furious 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9, you're not going to understand this movie, especially if you haven't seen Fast and the Furious 5. You won't understand this movie. If you haven't seen 5, you want to understand this. You really need to watch at least 5 to appreciate what's going on. Going to spoilers now. Dom's brother, played by John Cena, he dies in this movie towards the end of the film in a very heroic way. I was really shocked that they did that. I did not expect it. And how they did it, I think, was justice for his character. You know, the whole saving his family, you know, being a trope of the Fast Furious movies. I think they did a great job with how they killed his character off. I think they did a good job at that. And then, lastly, I am still in confusion, but I also hate the fact somehow Gal Gadot's character, which died at the end of Fast and the Furious 6, is alive again. The movie ends with her popping out of the top of a submarine and seeing Letty and Cypher and rescuing them from some sort of black site from the agency. So Fast 11 now needs to explain how Gal Gadot's character, I don't remember her character name in the Fast and Furious movies. I did not find her character all that interesting, to be honest. But somehow she's magically alive now. She survived the fall from an aircraft plane being dropped onto a runway. Somehow, by some miracle of plot armor and Fast and Furious nonsense, she's alive. And again, we have another situation where the Fast and Furious franchise is making character death moments within the franchise have no meaning. Because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies later, you can just get resurrected, which makes it when a character does die, the audience can't have any emotional connection because they'll be like, oh, they'll just come back in 2, 3, 4, 5 movies. Like, is John Cena's character now actually dead here in Fast 10? Maybe he'll just come back magically in the next movie. I mean, they brought back Letty. They brought back Han. Han died in Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. They brought him back in... Well, they retconned that he didn't die in 7, and then they brought him back in 9. What is it with writers not being able to accept that when a character dies, they're dead? Like, sci-fi has been doing that trope for about 2-3 decades. Why is the action genre, like Fast and the Furious, now doing it? And I just hate it. It just makes character deaths and moments like that have no purpose. Like, why should I care if a character lives or dies? Why should I care if they're dead now? Because they might just get brought back to life. And, you know, you can do that maybe once or twice and it be, you know, have an impact on the story, but how the Fast and Furious franchise has done it does not have an impact. It doesn't help move characters forward. It doesn't help make the plot move forward. Like, maybe Mr. Nobody will just come back. The original Mr. Nobody will just magically come back in the 11th movie, even though he was supposed to have gotten killed off in 9 when he was on a plane and it went down. And there was no parachutes or anything for him to be able to survive the plane crash. He is dead. But, you know, who knows? Maybe he's coming back. Overall, guys, Fast and Furious 10/Fast X. I thought it was a fun action movie, but if you think about it too hard, like I did for this review, unfortunately, there are a lot of cracks in the walls. Overall, I'm going to give it, like I said, an 8 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Bye, guys.